Hi, I'm Shayna, and I'm back with another review on Belle Collective, Season 2, Episode 4. And before I get into it, I just want to thank anyone who has subscribed. I'm a baby YouTuber. I'm just starting, but I will be pushing out content daily. So please subscribe, like the video, comment. It's free 99. It's doing something nice that will definitely help me out and make my day. So I definitely appreciate it in advance. And I'm just going to get right into it. Letitia meets with Aikisha. Ooh, their names are so close. Letitia and Aikisha meet on Ferris Street. Aikisha is, discussing Ferris Street, letting us know it used to be a plantation, how her family got the building on Ferris Street, and how important it is for the Black community to own Ferris Street, own property, and build it back up because of the fact that it was built off of the backs of slaves and it used to be a plantation. So it is ours and we need to come back and make it whole again. And so that is their goal. Letitia is bored with Aikisha's tour. She's showing her where they got married, where she got married to her husband, and acting as if she's never been on Ferris Street, when we know that this was initially Letitia's idea and she already explained to us her knowledge of Ferris Street last season. So, Letitia's playing along, but she's really not interested. She's just there because Aikisha has the building and she's trying to get this project off the ground. I personally think Aikisha is taking over the project and making it hers. Letitia made a comment that she can't wait to call Marie and, tell her all the great things she saw today. And Aikisha shut it down like, hold on, wait a minute. What, you gonna tell Marie what? I didn't say Marie could be a part of this. And after the brunch, I can see why she's acting this way. But again, this was initially Marie's idea. Aikisha just happens to have a building, but she's taking it over, and she seems like she kind of has a takeover spirit. We already know when we first met her that she had a, Mr. Me Too complex, or she was in like some kind of secret competition with the ladies. She always has to one-up somebody, and now she wants to take this over. But that's my opinion. We'll see how it works out, but I think they're going to clash again. I mean, Letitia can only play nice but for so long. So Marie meets with Letitia at Letitia Enterprise at her office, and she expresses that, she's overwhelmed personally, and that is one of the reasons why she no longer wants to attend Letitia's brunches. She says she's tired of always getting blamed for ruining these brunches, so she's just not going to come anymore. She knows Latrice will be there. She doesn't want to see her, so she doesn't want to come. Letitia's upset. She feels like, it's unfair for Marie to stop coming and to uninvite herself to these brunches she should attend because she's her friend. And she goes into something else about her empowering women and all this nonsense. I think she just wants her there because that's her friend and she wants her to show. But we all know Marie should not attend the brunches. She shouldn't have attended the last brunch. She should stop coming because Latrice gets under her skin and Marie's going to storm out. But we're not going to put all the blame on Marie. Why did Letitia chase her down? Let her go. I mean, she came to the last one when she felt uncomfortable. She wanted to leave. Essie can handle it. Let her go. You sat there and flipped that whole thing upside down and you're saying it's really Marie's fault. But you're the host. There's other people here for you. Focus on who's showing up instead of worrying about who's not. You and Marie can still be friends, but it's in her best interest to not attend, at least while she's still beefing with Latrice. So I definitely think she should stop coming. We go into the next scene, and Glenn strolls right into Letitia's mother's house like he always does, like he lives there. That's what he does because he's known her since he was a teenager, and she loves him like that's her own son. And because we know that him and Letitia are not separated. They're still together. We know this. Who are y'all trying to fool with this storyline? No one is falling for it. I do think Letitia's upset at how she's being treated, and it's portrayed on TV so everybody can see it. It's giving me, Melody and Martell. It was already embarrassing enough when just Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi knew about this infidelity, but now the world, at least whoever's watching this show, which is a lot of people, know about this infidelity and the way he treats you. And now you definitely feeling away because it's on a larger platform and it's just embarrassing. But They still together. I don't know who they trying to fool. Glenn doesn't really take any accountability for what he's done. He's acting as if he was some kind of victim in this, and nobody's seeing his side. And what side of his is there to see? He said he didn't want to be an absentee father like his father was. You don't have to be with Letitia to be involved in your child's life. I understand that, yes, when you're no longer with the mother, it can become difficult, but he's not around half of the time anyway. So when you are around, make that time about your son. The mom, she explains what he's done wrong and, how Letitia needs to see action. And she's low-key rooting for him, but as a woman, besides the fact that this is your daughter, which should be enough, but as a woman, why are you encouraging? If that's what Letitia wants to do, they're married, fine. But I think having a potential outside baby is grounds enough to move on. Y'all been together since y'all was teenagers, and you're holding on to that because it's just comfortable. It's a security blanket. But if it's just not meant to be, it's just sometimes you outgrow each other and it's time to move on. I wouldn't want or encourage my daughter to stay with a man like this. But that's just me. Letitia wants him to chase her down. Feels good when your man is showing that he cares and that he wants to work things out. And so the mother is encouraging it. She said he's slicker than boiled okra. I'm from the north. I am not from the south. I ain't never heard that before. Like, okay, what? Yes, but he is sneaky, slick and shady and shisty. I believe that's what she meant. And yes, he is. So we move on to Aikisha. She is with her husband. They're getting coffee, and she's trying to convince him that they need to stay in Jackson for a while because this project is going to take a while. He wants to stay in New York. He's from New York, born and raised. He doesn't like being in the South. It's too slow. That's when most people from New York say when they move to other places, it's a lot slower, and they just don't like it. It's a lot to adjust to. Aikisha lets him know that she gets homesick sometimes. They've been married for 10 years, and the whole time she's been in New York and in New Jersey with him. And, it's time for him to do the same for her. She sacrificed and doesn't get to spend holidays and things with her family. And now it's his time to do that for her. She really wants to finish this project. So as long as the camera is rolling, they're going to be in Jackson. I don't even know what this was about, but I can tell he really doesn't want to be there. But you want that reality TV check. And he said he works in film and media. Now y'all are on TV. It's perfect. So it just makes sense for you to stay in Jackson for the time being. So Sophia, aka So Gucci, which Aikisha's husband says is so corny, but she wants to be called So Gucci, so I'm going to call her So Gucci. She's showing Aikisha a home. Willie, Aikisha's husband, joins them. He says it's nice, but he's saying, like, this feels really permanent. Aikisha said they're renting right now, and if they're going to be there for a while, they need to have some roots there. They need to buy instead of paying somebody else's mortgage. But I think if you're only going to be there for 2 years, that makes more sense to rent. So if you really want to be there longer, or you want to have, dual, I wouldn't say dual citizenship, but you want to have more than one home in separate locations. You want to have your home in Jackson, so when you travel and visit your family, you have a place to come back to. That's fine. But he's saying, this is looking real permanent, and we weren't supposed to be here that long. She's saying they have their home that they own is 12,000 square feet. And right now they're renting a 2,000 square feet home, and it's just not enough space for them. And I'm like, what? It's a family of 4. It's plenty. That's more than enough space to the average person. But you know what? This is above my pay grade, so let me mind my business. Willie said they got a mansion, steam room, all that, and, I guess now she feels like she's living in a shack. So who cares how you making us normal folks feel? Y'all don't like it, And she said she said I want to meet in the middle. She said this is in the middle. It's 5,000 square feet. I felt like that was a nice home, but it's still beneath them apparently. I'm just kidding, but that's how they were acting. He said he's going to try to support her, but he don't want to stay there, period. So we move on, and Essie meets up with Latrice at her business. Latrice says she was closing for the day, and all of a sudden she smelled white diamonds, and she looked up and saw S with a mess. And I said, girl, cut it out. Don't do Essie this way. I really like Essie. I hope that we see even more of her. Like maybe we should make her a normal, just a regular cast member full time. She's married. We never seen her husband. I'm curious to see what's going on in Essie life. And let's see more. Marie talks about this business. Let's see a little bit more about this business that she and Essie has together. We just scratched the surface. I want to know a little bit more detail. They have cosmetology licenses together. They both have lupus. I mean, they're right. They are like sisters. So Latrice and Essie were throwing light, funny shade at each other. Just a little playful shade. Kind of like how Real Housewives of Atlanta used to be back in the day. And Latrice said, Essie said, Latrice's hair business is in the hood. And Latrice said, yes, but I'm worldwide. And I said, not this again. Just when I was thinking about Real Housewives of Atlanta, here we go with this worldwide mess. Now, if you don't watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, Candy Burst just said 2 weeks ago, she's worldwide. Now here we go again with everybody gonna be worldwide. We gonna be turning around and everybody named Mama gonna be talking about they worldwide. But okay. Essie confronted Latrice about the part she played in the rumors in a very mature manner. She wasn't yelling, fussing, screaming, none of that. She was being mature with her. Latrice admitted she did play a part in this, but she said she don't care about Marie. And, once Essie went into details and she was like, Marie's going through things personally, Latrice tried to say, like, I feel for her. And, I'm praying for her and it affected me. It didn't affect you, Latrice. You didn't care and you still don't care right now. Even though you're hearing this, you don't care. But I think because Essie came at her in such a mature way that they had both agreed they want to move past this. And Latrice is open to speaking with Marie again, which is not the first time. She was open to speaking to her before. But now that she's admitted that she did play a small part in this, I hope she'll admit it with Marie so we can finally move on. We cannot drag this on another season. So Letitia met with her husband, Glenn. And I will say this, Letitia's wigs have been on point this season. Is that goddess lens? Do I need to get some goddess in my life? But she came in looking like a snack, had on a nice little outfit, was looking good. Glenn thinks she's looking amazing. He said he was trying to, she was trying to prove a point, tempt him to want her back, and it worked. And he said he want to come back home. So Glenn told her she has a glow. And she said, it's God. She said, it's the God in me. And he said, is that the only thing in you? And she said, I'm not you. And I said, oop, here we go. Let's just cut the small talk and the niceties and let's just get into it. So Glenn said, besides the cheating and the lies, he's a catch. He's a good guy. Like, so what? I cheated, I lied, and I possibly had a baby and might have brought back something else. I'm a good guy. And she's like, what? Good guy. She's upset because she's been holding it in and she's been going through this stuff with him for 26 years. I don't know. After 2 years, I'd have been like, look, I'm out the door. Glenn is playing a victim again. And she's like, you know what? He's trying to apologize, but he's acting like, woe was me. I was so lonely on the road. You don't think she was lonely while you were on the road? But she has to be faithful, but you can cheat. While she's basically raising your child and taking care of home and everything while you gone on the road and all you got to do is just go to work. Now she's supposed to feel sorry for you because you were bored. She said if you're bored, then read a book. And period. If you were that bored, instead of going and calling some other woman, you should have been calling your wife. And if she was busy, mothering and taking care of the home, you should respect that. But, he don't care. He knows she ain't going nowhere. They've been together so long. It's just, they're just comfortable. And I don't think she's going to go for that reason. She wants to hold on just because of the length of time they've been together instead of just acknowledging where we are today and the disrespect that's happening right now, today's time. He apologized again, but he seemed really frustrated. He didn't seem sincere. He just seemed frustrated that she just wouldn't take him back. Like, this is taking too long. Like I said, sorry. Like Tyrese said, what more do you want from me? I apologize. Like, let's move on like we always do. She said, it's a privilege to be with me. And he was taken aback. Like, what? Privilege to be with? What are you talking about? Yes, you had her back then, but she's a different woman today. And so it is a privilege with her. And every woman and everybody, but especially these women who are in these situations, should feel like, yes, it's a privilege to be with me because it is. Don't let these men treat you any old kind of way. they start talking about something about TNG against the world and all this stuff. That might have been cute back then in the early 2000s. Baby, it's 2022. Y'all ain't in high school no more. All this TNG against the world, this is childish foolishness. Stop thinking that y'all are back there and get what's going on in this adult relationship now that we're grown, we're married, we have a child of our own, and then you have this child. What's going on? What is going on with the DNA test? I haven't heard not near mention of him going to get a DNA test. When is it going to happen? Tired of it. Can we have the side woman speak out and speak on it? I mean, we need some kind of clarity. She keeps saying this is her friend and that's why she wants to work it out with him. The relationship's different because they're friends. She said this a lot last season as well. And it kind of bothered me because what are you talking about, girl? Friends don't treat friends this way. I don't want no friend who treats me like this. Like, what? This ain't no friendship. This is just you there. And it's easy to come back to you because you're around. He's used to you. Now that she's doing something for herself, he definitely don't want to let her go now. And I feel like she put in so much time, she doesn't want to let that go. But y'all are not friends. Because if you were friends, then this wouldn't have been happening. And you wouldn't have to find out the way that you found out. He would have came out and told you what he did. And he would stop doing it. But she said, you know, when she's around him, she get weak in the knees. And basically, she gonna take him back. They already do the intro together. She been wearing that ring. They've been matching. She took him back. She never really let him go. But, I mean, I guess for the sake of the show, I think she is upset with him. But he knows she ain't going nowhere. And when she mentioned that she would help raise that baby a couple episodes back, I knew it was a lost cause, but I really think she deserves better. And I hope that Glenn opens his eyes and maybe sees himself on TV and wakes up and decides to be that man that she needs him to be and that she deserves. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. That's the end of the review. Again, make sure to do something nice today and subscribe and like the video and let me know what you think. We'll meet back again on next week to talk about Belle Collective. Otherwise, I'm going to drop some more videos, so I'll see y'all later. Bye.